gatherings aren't like they used to be. You can't create a Facebook event inviting people to a field somewhere and only expect 100 people to show up. You make a Facebook event these days and you end up with what happened at Festive. 2,500 people show up, content creators trampled and crushed, and me ending up questioned by the police. So many people have gotten into watching YouTubers recently and they've become somewhat like online celebrities. Now every content creator I know will cringe at the word celebrity, idol, or crazy internet famous. I know I do. But it has got to a point where we have to acknowledge that a lot of people do know about our existence and like to watch what we create. And it's time that gatherings need to adjust a little bit to avoid anybody getting hurt. It's got to a point where more and more content creators aren't turning up to gatherings because it can be intimidating and in some cases dangerous. I feel like there's yet to be a gathering these days that's just as fun for the content creators as it is for the viewers. Now, there's been some controversy in the UK recently about gatherings being ticketed, and if you want my honest opinion, I don't mind it. Ticketing is a really good way to monitor the amount of people going into the venue, and as long as it's a reasonable price, then there should be no reason to complain. And in my opinion, reasonable is no more than you pay to see your favourite band. However, it has to be worth the money no matter how cheap it is. You can't charge people for something that's exactly the same as what they've already had for free in the past. It's like a shop that always used to stock Mars bars for free, but now when you want one, the guy says, actually, it's £10 for that Mars bar now. Is the Mars bar in any way different now? Has it been dipped in gold? Because otherwise, I don't want to pay for something that's entirely the same as how I used to have it for free. In my opinion, meeting content creators just isn't enough anymore. Also, once everyone is past security on the door and inside the venue, there has to be a way to ensure that nobody acts up or gets trampled like they did at Festive. One thing I hate is lack of communication. I feel that if you're going to organise an event that will house over 2,000 people, you need to be entirely transparent about the process to avoid A, people thinking you're taking them for a ride, B, any confusion about the event itself and what's happening, or C, people getting the wrong idea and getting angry about what it is that you're trying to do. I just feel that gatherings need to be adjusted slightly now for the new amount of people and a change of focus as to what they're about. So here are my 4 main gathering issues and how I think they could be resolved. 1. There's never a safe and organised way for the viewers to meet the content creators. It can't be a first shove, first serve basis anymore. There should be some kind of queuing system so that each person gets a one-on-one interaction with the YouTuber they want to meet, and the YouTuber instantly feels more at ease knowing that there's no pushing and shoving going on. I know I probably won't be going to Summer in the City this year because of how intimidated I felt last year being stood in the middle of a crowd for 2.5 hours and really needing a wee. 2. Timing. Like I said, I can only stand in one place for so long before I need the loo and something to drink. If there was a way to make sure that only a manageable amount of people queued up at once, then once everyone had said hello, the YouTuber could go away, get something to drink, go to the loo, and then come back a few minutes later. It takes away that overwhelming feeling for the YouTubers and the viewers. Also, there could be a way to make sure that there's always content creators out and about so that nobody gets disappointed. 3. The content creators are always left to fend for themselves, which means that poor people like Perty Bert G get trampled. Like I said, someone needs to monitor the queues. If there were some official gathering supervisors that were constantly milling around helping people monitor queues, take photos for people, and sorting out any disputes that arise, it'd help things run a lot smoother. And 4. There needs to be more to do. Gatherings shouldn't be all about meeting your idols, as it's been so cringingly put before. It needs to be about more than that, now that it's impossible for every YouTuber to meet over 2,000 people. Not everyone will be able to meet everyone, so there has to be a lot of other awesome stuff going on to ensure that everybody still has a really good time, even if they don't get to meet anyone. And those are my thoughts on gatherings. I am at the moment trying to figure out whether I could put on my own gathering, although it would be more of an experience than a gathering. But so far my estimation is that it's going to cost around £70,000 to do, so yeah. While I'm trying to find my way around that obstacle, let me know your thoughts on the evolution of gatherings and how you think they could be improved. Talking of gatherings though, I have a Summer in the City 2012 poster to give away. I didn't see these while I was at Summer in the City, but I spotted it on Jack Howard's wall when I went over to visit him, and my name's on it, and I didn't know. Johnny Eveson, the amazing designer, kindly gave me an extra one to give away to one of you guys. So, I'm sure by now a lot of you have seen Alex Day's video on LIFESCOUTS. If not, I will link below, but I am so excited about the idea you would not believe how long I've been waiting for this. So if you would kindly go over to Twitter and tweet why you love LIFESCOUTS so much, and then hashtag LIFESCOUTS, I will pick a winner for the most creative tweet. But you must tweet hashtag LIFESCOUTS so that I can find it, and then I will pick a winner this time next week.